This is Fabled Charisma, and today we are reviewing some Homebrew Dungeons and Dragons items. Today's theme is based around any kind of item that has some kind of fire element to it. Today we have the Hellfire Legs Mark II. Who's got that one?
That is me.
Ooh, okay.
So this is, I'm going to start from the top. The Artifice Prosthesis can sometimes be more magic than machine, but isn't that the beauty and joy of Artifice? The Hellfire Legs Mark II are no exception to this. These legs are designed to combine functionality with the magic and power of devils themselves, but with a cost. Charged batteries implanted in each leg give these special prostheses their power. These batteries hold 8 charges. Once used up, they require 48 hours to recharge. I'll go down to the attributes. The wearer's movement speed is increased to 30 feet. The wearer can use 2 charges to activate the Hellfire boosters in the back of the legs. They act as the fly and lasts up to 10 minutes. The wearer can use 1 charge to fire off a barrage of magic missile bolts at level 1. Each added charge increases the spell level, but also runs the risk of overclocking and damaging the legs. For every charge above 3rd level, the wearer must roll a percentile die to determine if the legs overheat. On a 0 to 50, the legs overheat and can no longer fire or fly for 1d6 rounds. On a 51 to 75, the legs are overheated and damaged and cannot be used until repaired. And on a 75 to 100, the legs are destroyed.
I actually like this one a lot.
What I thought was cool about this
Yeah.
is, for one, they're prosthetic fire legs, which is really badass when you think about it.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Little amputee character with fire legs.
Made me
That's
think
awesome.
of Ida.
I mean, that's pretty sick.
Ida.
That's all I was thinking about the whole time.
You can fly, you can shoot magic missile.
It's like its own class.
You're
I
fast,
know.
too.
That's actually super sick. Okay, I like that one a lot.
It's like a mechanic class.
And they actually added a feature where they can break if you overdo it. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't just...
I
I
like
like
it
that
a
there's a
lot.
cap. It's not insanely OP, like it's usable.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. Okay. Nice. All right, then we have the aftermarket fireworks.
That would be mine. The aftermarket fireworks. This contains 50 aftermarket explosives. As a bonus action, make a dex attack to light a firework and aim it at a point up to 1d20 feet away. Roll a d8 for one of the following effects. 1, dud, the firework shoots off and does nothing.
Oh.
2, short fuse, the firework explodes in your hands and does 1d8 force damage.
Oh my gosh.
3, bottle rocket, the firework does 1d8 force damage at the end of its trajectory. 4, flashbang, the firework does 1d8 force damage at the end of its trajectory, plus all creatures in a 15-foot area make a DC 16 con save. If they fail, they are blinded and deafened for 1 minute.
Okay.
5, artillery strike, the firework does 2d8 force damage to all creatures within a 15-feet area. 6, big kahuna, the firework does 2d8 force damage to all creatures within a 15-foot area, plus all creatures in a 15-foot area make a DC 16 con save. If they fail, they are blinded and deafened for 1 minute. 7, fireball, the firework detonates at a 3rd level fireball spell, save DC 15.
3rd level fireball
8,
spell.
8, serious Gandalf shit. The firework does 60-10 force damage to all creatures in a 15-foot radius. Make a dex 16 save. Take half damage if you save or all if you fail.
6d10 force damage.
Within
So
15 feet.
Within 15
Serious
feet.
Gandalf shit.
I like that it's like, one, it's like absolutely fucking nothing happens, or you release like a mega spell. It's just...
Yeah.
I like
Honestly,
too how
I like-
it's like, you could be like, watch out for my puppy, and you go to shoot it and it just blows up on your character, and you take freaking, like,
You roll a
1d8.
fucking 2, and then you take 1d8 force damage.
I just like the idea of someone rolling a 6 and then just being just being super excited about it.
It's so loud, it cut out your audio.
No.
Big kahuna! Kaboom! The serious Gandalf shit, though, I like that.
That's a good one.
That's what made me choose it.
I
I was
like
like,
that one
that's
a
Yeah.
where
lot.
it's going.
Mine is a bong of ice and fire.
I almost chose that one.
It's a wondrous item, very rare. This magical item is a glass bowl decorated with bronze details and a bronze lid. Inside the bowl are blue and red spectral crystals. Instead of taking a long rest, you and your party can choose to open the lid, whereupon the crystals in the bowl begin to smoke. If you spend your time inhaling the fumes of the burning crystals, you don't gain the benefits of a long rest. But when dawn breaks, you have resistance to fire damage and cold damage for 24 hours. The fumes can affect up to 8 creatures.
Damn.
That's
That's it.
pretty badass.
I thought it
It's
was
pretty
it.
I thought
cool.
it was cute.
Like,
Alright.
Yeah.
Overall, like,
I liked it.
like
I thought it was
circumstantial.
ass.
Yeah.
Sue me.
It's like
It
one of
was-
those things where it's like you kind of
Sue
keep
me,
it
I
in the
liked it.
back pocket, you know, until you in
Yeah.
a situation where it's like we're gonna go into this cave that we know has fire in there. Or we're about to fight
Right.
an ancient red
Yeah.
dragon. We're gonna need
Time to
this.
Everybody,
break
let's
out the
smoke.
Game of Thrones bong.
Everybody, we're getting high. Just pop open the. We're about to fight a dragon, and finally, we have Cloak of the Inferno. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let me move this over. All right. So this is a wondrous item. A cloak forged in the blood of a noble Efreeti. This
Agreed.
cloak, I think that's how you'd say that. Efreeti.
Afriti, I think.
Afridi. Yeah.
Sure.
Something.
This cloak grants channels the energy of the elemental plane of fire into the user, granting them various abilities. The Cloak of the Inferno is bound to the blood of John, which I'm assuming is the person in this actual game. No other creature can be given access to this magical capabilities. Disregard that because I think this is really cool. While wearing the cloak, you gain a +1 bonus to your AC and resistance to fire damage. If you already have resistance, you instead gain immunity.
Oh.
Anytime you deal fire damage to a creature and roll max amount on one of the damage die, you can roll that die again and add it to your result. While wearing the cloak, you emit a bright light for 10 feet and a dim light for 20.
Damn.
This light can be dimmed using a bonus action. I think that part's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know how to use Fire Bolt and Control Flame cantrips
Uh-huh.
while wearing the cloak, using your Blood Hunter Hemocraft modifier. The Cloak of the Inferno has a number of charges equal to 5 times your proficiency bonus. The charges can be spent on the following effects. You can spend 1 charge as a reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke as a first level spell using the Blood Hunter save DC, which is a wisdom save for those who don't know. You can spend 2 charges as an action to grant any creature within 10 feet of you of your choice resistance of fire damage. If they already have resistance, they instead gain immunity. You can spend 3 charges as a bonus action to increase your movement speed by 10 until the end of your next turn. While your speed is increased in this way, your long and high jump are doubled.
Wow.
You can spend 4 charges to cast Summon Elemental, only as the fire version, as a 4th level spell using the Blood Hunter Hemocraft modifier. You can spend 5 charges to do an additional 1d6 fire damage whenever you hit with a melee attack. If you don't do so, the creature... Sorry. If you do so, the creature is also lit ablaze and will take 1d4 fire damage at the start of their turn. A creature can use their action to extinguish the flame. If the Cloak of the Inferno is out of charges, you can use your action to sacrifice a number of hit points of your choice, gaining that many of charges back in return. This feature of the cloak can only be used once per short rest or long rest. You regain all expended charges from the cloak upon finishing a long rest.
Wow. That's
pretty
detailed.
cool.
It also seems very specific to blood hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it though. It's very detailed. It seems almost like it seemed very balanced until the end when you can just sacrifice your health to restore all of the charges. You only do it once per long rest, but I mean that's potential.
That's the Blood Hunter thing, though. Like,
Yeah.
they're constantly getting rid of their health.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cloak of the Inferno has a number of charges equal to 5 times your proficiency bonus. So if your proficiency bonus is like a 3, you get a 15.
Mhm.
That's a decent amount of damage you can do with that cloak. I mean, it's definitely... Wow. I mean, I like it. It's definitely thought out and detailed. Whoever made this.
Yeah.
Respect
You
it.
weren't fucking around.
Respect
Good
it.
job.
Well, you can tell like it was probably made by a DM or maybe like a player who was allowed to make something for the character. But you can
Yeah.
tell like the amount of like they really thought this out. You can tell. I liked it a lot. Okay. So now we do our tradition of voting for one of these items to be permanently added into the Fabled Charisma multiverse.
Rizza.
Charisma.
Rizza.
To be added into our universe. And we all get one vote each. So choose wisely. All right. So
I already know what I'm going for.
first, we have the Hellfire Legs Mark II.
Respect it.
I almost want to raise my hand. I'm not going to.
Raise it.
I'm not going to. I'm sorry, Annika. It's my second choice. Aftermarket Fireworks. Oh,
like that.
2. Okay. All right. A
You know why
bong
I'm
of
holding
ice and
out.
fire.
That
Oh,
was pretty cool.
split? Split?
I don't think
Well,
we've
that
ever
means
run
you have
into
to add
this
them
before.
both.
We have
Oh
to add,
no!
we're adding
New
them
rule.
both. We're adding them both.
Perfect.
All right, they've both been added to the campaign.
I feel like that
Um,
bong is very situational, but in a pinch, whether it be hot or cold, that's gonna be fucking huge.
Yeah,
That'd be
That's
really
a really
helpful.
big advantage.
yeah. And plus, it's going to help in terrain. If you have to go to Avernus or you have to go to very cold territory, like that's going to be a
Right.
game changer.
Mhm.
Yeah, this has been Fabled Charisma. Oh, I keep doing that. This has been Fabled Charisma, and this has been Homebrew Review, where we got to review some items and vote to see which ones we wanted to have in our campaign. We hope you had fun watching. Safe travels, even safer adventuring, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!